Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Orion Tech Tips video. In today's video, we will be unboxing and giving our first impressions of the Dell XPS 13 Plus. I am very excited for this laptop computer, considering it is the most powerful 13-inch laptop. Now, this one here, my mom ordered this recently. She's looking for an upgrade from her 2018 Dell Inspiron 2-in-1. So hopefully this will serve her well. It certainly is. I mean, everything about this is an upgrade. I will be talking more about this, but the specs of the Dell XPS 13 Plus, I like how they list it right here. It's very nice. And this is exactly what she ordered, which is the Dell XPS 13 Plus, which is the 13.4-inch OLED display and the i7-1360P processor. 16 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 megahertz, as well as a 512 gigabytes Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and it also includes the Intel integrated Iris Xe graphics. Windows 11 Home also is the software that she bought, and I would recommend everyone just stick with Windows 11 Home. And if you want Pro, I mean, Home is enough for 99% of use cases. I think, to my knowledge, the only benefit with Windows 11 Pro is virtualization. So, I mean, if you run virtual machines, then yes, get Windows 10 or 11 Pro. I'd still recommend you buy Home because you can upgrade for just $45 versus $100 if you get Dell to do it. So I will cut. Oh, it looks like, is there a peel tab? Oh, that is clean. It comes with a peel tab. Nice. Since this is like Dell's premium business laptop, you do certainly get that presentation. Unlike when I unboxed the G series or an Inspiron, you don't get the presentation, but with an XPS or an Alienware or one of the top of the line Dell laptops, you do get the presentation, which certainly, it's not everything, but I do really, oh my goodness, this is awesome. It comes, I'll show you guys, Dell. I can see it's a pull tab, so you just pull, oh, and your XPS is right here on display. Can you guys see that? I don't want to just like make the laptop fall. But yeah, oh, nice. I do truly love these. Get like a nice cardboard case. And there we have it. Here is the XPS 13 Plus. What else is in the box? Oh, nothing. I guess. Oh, this is like a thick box, so you open this up. Nice. I mean, the present. I'll put this back in the main box so you can just go through everything. So the first thing in this very nice cloth wrap is the XPS 13 Plus itself. I am very excited to open this up. We'll just put this aside just for a second. You get your Dell user manual. So it basically just it shows you how to use it, what features are on it. If you know anything about computers, you shouldn't need this, but you know, if it's here if you want it, and that's worth something. Again, beautiful presentation. I'll just put that aside. We get the power cord. Nice braided cable. Very, very nice. You get a USB Type-C to audio and a USB Type-C to USB-A. as well as a 60-watt GAN charger. So this does use gallium nitride technology, which means you can very, very compact. I mean, you couldn't get 60 watts this small before. So very, very premium. And if you just get the line below this, which is the Dell Inspiron, you're not going to get the gallium nitride. You're just going to get a basic charger, which is fine. I mean, you can save money on the Inspiron, but the XPS is like the premium line. You can tell it's premium just by like this unboxing experience. Okay, nice. Let's get this. So the Dell XPS 13, let's open this up. I mean, I'll put the box down here. I really do like this premium. Welcome to Dell. Let's do things together is what it says. My mom ordered this in the platinum color. Wow. So much. So yeah, this is a 12-core processor. I think it can do 5 gigahertz on all 12 cores. Man, okay. So for ports, we have 2 Thunderbolt 4s. It looks like. So when I said it's an upgrade in every aspect, it is. You might be wondering, well, I mean, the Inspiron had more USB-As. Yes, it's true. It also comes with a USB Type A, USB Type C to USB Type A. So these are both Thunderbolt 4, so 40 gigabits per second. Now, this thing is a powerhouse. No, there is no dedicated graphics card in it. If you want that, you'll have to step up to the XPS 15, which I think can do 40 watts, and then the Dell XPS 17 can do 65 watts. Still not amazing, but what's amazing about Thunderbolt 4, this is USB Type-C Gen 3.2. It also supports DisplayPort 1.4, as well as Thunderbolt 4 at 40 gigabytes per second. You can connect, I mean, in theory, if you have a high-end TV, a 4K 120Hz TV, a 8K 60Hz TV. I mean, you can even connect this. It can handle, if you have a gaming monitor, 4K 240 Hz. Not ideal, but it could still run it. If you want to connect like a 4090 with your entire gaming setup and just have one Thunderbolt 4 cable, connect this, do a gaming session, unplug this, and you have this nice, lightweight, portable laptop. I mean, this thing is thin, but it is tanky. Just pure aluminum. Man, build quality is amazing. Okay, let's open this thing up. Can I do? There we go. Nice. Now, in terms of the specs, this is the base model with the OLED display. I would recommend, no matter what model you're getting, you should shell out for an OLED display, just because whatever you're doing, it makes it look so much nicer. Intel Evo i7, very, very nice. Very premium. Now, when you're buying a new laptop, you do have to plug it in on first boot. So I'll do that soon. I just want to give like a quick keyboard. Like these, like I know Dell worked very, very hard on the keys. They went through 3 redesigns, spent a bunch of money to get the keyboard perfect. And I can tell you, like, it is a nice, nice keyboard. Yeah, nice. I also do like the touchpad is all glass. So it's pretty much just like the premium trackpad on the MacBook Air, or sorry, MacBook Pro 14 or 16. I believe they're the same haptic feedback with glass. You got like a nice big trackpad. And if you're wondering why is there no buttons here, well, it lights up just like it would on a MacBook Touch Bar. The reason for that is to have less keys so they could increase the cooling for that highly powerful 12-core i7. If you would prefer a number row right there, you can get a Dell XPS 13 standard non-plus. You will be going down to a 10-core processor. You'll be getting 5200 megahertz RAM instead of 6000 megahertz RAM. And you will have to go with a 1200p display instead of 3.5K OLED, unfortunately. That is, you can save a few $100 that way, so keep that in mind. Maybe you don't need the plus, so you just want the 13. I'll plug this in, and let's get it set up. Okay, we are booting up, and I gotta say, the backlight is very nice. I'm a fan of this backlight. Okay, I will set this up English next. We are through the initial process where it's just asking to select a language, select the keyboard, and enter your Wi-Fi. All went very well. It is also a touch screen, so keep that in mind. Now, my first impressions of typing on this keyboard is awesome. It's nice and concave, and I can easily rest my wrists on this, unlike the Alienware X14 and X14 R2. This thing is very comfortable to type on. I love the haptic feedback trackpad, as well as the keyboards, the keys. Very nice to type on, good travel, certainly a heck of a lot better than a MacBook Pro or any MacBook I've typed on. I mean, for a business laptop, this, I will say, is my favorite keyboard that I've used. All right, let's check for updates, and then I'll update you on the next. Okay, so I'm still in the setup process, but I'm going through these, and one thing it mentions is, do I want to sign up for Game Pass? Why? This is a business laptop. It's not a gaming machine. Why is it asking for Game Pass? I mean, I guess it's wanting a Microsoft Surface, or Surfaces, rather. I do have the old laptop here. I will compare them in a minute. I first want to get this finished set up. And boom, just like that, we should be set up. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you guys more of the setup process, but a lot of it was personal questions like emails, Wi-Fi passwords, location, phone numbers, that sort of stuff. But I will show you what it's like once I'm inside the machine. I, again, have this here, and we will compare specs in a second. But I mean, already using this thing is mind-blowing. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in Windows. Now I just need to install the necessary drivers and software, and we'll be up and running in no time. At it, I'll also mention the chargers. This one here is a 45-watt charger, and you can see it in my hand. I mean, it's fairly compact, but take a look at the 65-watt charger. This thing offers 20 extra watts, but it's even smaller than the 45 watts. I mean, just look at these two side by side. I mean, it is a bit thicker, but it's also smaller. So it's offering 15 extra watts. Just this compact charger. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you can also use this as like a fast USB Type-C charger to charge your Android phone, your Nintendo Switch, your headphones, your iPad, MacBook, even if you have one of those, what have you. I mean, this is very nice just to have around, and I do appreciate that Dell included one of these fancy gallium nitride chargers. Once again, Dell XPS 13 Plus ad on the Dell XPS 13 Plus. That's awesome. Okay, so I have spent some time setting up the new Dell XPS 13 Plus, and I gotta say, this thing is a beast. Now, all I have here is the base model with the OLED panel, and I can say this thing looks gorgeous. I am in love with the screen. It looks absolutely amazing. I have the my mom's old Dell XPS 2018. So just to compare the specs, we are rocking the, what is it? The i7-1360P, 1.8 gigahertz, 4 cores, 8 threads. What is this? 256 kilobytes of L3 cache, 1 megabytes of L2 of, so yeah, 256 megabytes of L1 cache, 1 megabytes of L2 cache, and 8 megabytes of L3 cache. And versus this thing, what do we got? We have 12 cores, 16 threads, 1.1 megabytes of L3 cache, 9 megabytes of L2 cache, and 18 megabytes of L3 cache. So this thing, I mean, what, like, up to 9 times faster? So in CPU, like, not like monstrous CPU in this thing. If you are in like a CPU bottleneck situation, this thing will excel. Now in terms of RAM, you probably have a question about the RAM. I'll answer it in a second. 8 gigabytes of, I guess, just, yeah, a single 8 gigabyte stick of DDR4 2400. Nothing special in here. We have, terms of, yes, we have 16 gigabytes of 6400 megahertz RAM. Now it said 600, or sorry, yeah, 6000 on the Dell website. Now it's saying 64 here. So we may have gotten an upgrade. That's pretty cool. Now, okay, you might be asking, okay, how much RAM do I need? You can get this in 16, which is the base model, versus 32, which is the spec'd out model. You can't go beyond 32 or below 16. My mom had 8 in 2018 to 2024. She said it was fine. Windows is good at RAM management, so I don't doubt it was bad. And I mean, if she was okay with 8, doubling the 16 would be plenty. So that's why, I mean, if you're only doing web-based applications, you're doing Zoom, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, 16 is fine. But if you're running like virtual machines, doing like a bunch of video editing and coding, like all running in the background, you're swapping between them, you probably want to go with 32. Still get this OLED display though. My goodness, this thing looks amazing. So 3.5K OLED display versus 1920 by 1080 display, 250 nits versus 400 nits. I mean, this is like really what a premium laptop feels like. Now, in terms of build quality, that's like the first thing you notice. And with the XPS, it's not like, it doesn't feel like it's falling apart in your hands, but you can definitely tell that they compromised with build quality. It's entirely made of plastic versus this is entirely made of aluminum and glass. So premium materials. And just like in your hand, this thing is thinner, but it just feels like a tank. It feels like it will not break on you. First, I mean, this still feels solid, but I mean, there's a little bit more like flex. If you're, yeah, like this, I cannot flex the screen at all. This, you can easily flex the screen. In terms of the typing experience, I'm not a big fan of, like, I'll show you here. They're small keys, flat. With these keys, there's like an indent, so like it fits your fingers very nicely while you're typing. I love that about this thing. There's also spaces, and the keys themselves are smaller, which I'm not really a fan of. Again, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But it feels like you're getting work done because you have to, versus you're treating yourself. Now, in terms of the trackpad, this is a plastic trackpad versus a glass trackpad, and you can tell the difference quite easily. I mean, this thing is amazing. I've been using it, and I was just surprised how snappy this thing is. Responds great to gestures, amazing palm rejection. This does too, but it just doesn't like glide as easily. Again, this is fine, it will get by, but this is top of the line. Like, everything you want but don't need, it's right here. Now, in terms of storage, you have a 256 gig Gen 3 SSD on the Inspiron, and a 512 gig Gen 4 SSD. Now, I would guess the speed limit, just taking a Gen 3 versus a Gen 4, you're running about a speed of 3,500 megabytes a second on the Gen 3, which is the Inspiron, and 7,300 megabytes per second on the Gen 4, which is the XPS 13 Plus. Really am a big fan of this. Wi-Fi 6E on this. Now, even when I unboxed my Dell G16, which was, it's about the same price as this. Again, very different laptops. Someone who's in the market of a G16 is not in the market for this. Vice versa. I mean, if you're after just top level performance, I mean, you can get a 24 core i9 with a 4070 with a 240 hertz display for about the same price as this, if you just want the most power out of your laptop for your dollar. Go with that. That is my personal laptop. I have been enjoying using it. But again, two very different tiers. Like, it's not like just some lightweight thing that you throw in your bag and you don't notice. Like, there is some heft to it. I could compare them. I mean, I have both of them. Not really sure. I don't think anyone would be asking the question of which one should I buy. Because again, two very different laptops. I don't think anyone would be in the market for either or. It would just be one or the other. Okay. In terms of graphics, I mean, both of them are integrated. This one has 4 gigabytes of shared video memory. This one has 8, if you care. The graphics performance will be better on this, but again, neither of them have a graphics card. You can attach one via Thunderbolt 4. On this one, you cannot on this one. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think... I mean, you can't fit a GPU into this, like, just thin chassis. I mean, this thing just feels like a tank, and it's absolutely durable. Okay, in terms of the capacitive touch bar, it's okay. I got used to it fast. It does, like, I mean, it's easy to use. It's nothing to write home about, but I'm not complaining about it. It's okay. I mean, within 2 days of heavy typing. You'll forget that it's there. Like I pretty much already have. And I mean, if they need it for cooling the powerful CPU, then that is A-okay with me. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I'll give, like, again, this isn't going to be my laptop, it's my mom's, so I'm not going to be using it every single day to just max out its power. I definitely could bring you guys an update on this. I'm still busy setting up. I am now, my goodness, it is really late in the morning. But yeah, this is the video, so, okay. Let me know what other videos you would like to see of the XPS 13 Plus, if any. I could test out the integrated graphics on games if you guys would want that. Both of them have a touchscreen, so if you care about that, that is, you can go for it. You can upgrade this up to 2 terabytes of storage. You can also swap the drive for a 2 terabyte, but if you do that, you will have to reinstall Windows, reinstall the drivers, and it will be a pain. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, ultimately, if you are in the market for the most powerful 13-inch gaming laptop, sorry, not gaming, just laptop, and it's okay that you don't want a graphics card, you just want something with a monstrous CPU, you can get to 32 gigabytes of 6400 megahertz RAM, it looks like. You found it. I would say this one right here is it. I think I covered everything. The one thing this is missing is USB-A ports and HDMI. There is a Type-C to audio and Type-C to USB-A. Also, you can charge it on either side. I do like that. So, yeah. Ultimately, it just got, Dell got rid of the ports to make it extra thin, which, you know, I'm okay with. For what this laptop is trying to accomplish, I see nothing wrong with that. Now, if they did that on, like, a high-performance gaming laptop, then that would be a different story. So, yeah, okay. I think that will do it for this video, the unboxing and first impressions. Hopefully this video wasn't I guess it kind of was all over the place. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down your thoughts. If you have a request for a future video, make sure to leave that in the comment section down below. And I really appreciate your viewership. Alright, until next time, God bless.